New details have been released in the death of a 12-year-old girl in Enfield. Thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. Her stepfather, Anthony Federline, is being held on $1 million bond on charges of sexual assault and child endangerment.
But Fox 61's Tim Latow reports more charges, could be coming. And we want to warn you the details in these newly unsealed documents may be difficult to hear.
Enfield police say they were investigating the home for hours, both Tuesday and Wednesday evenings. And while Federline is currently the only suspect, police say they are investigating others involved in the case.
We certainly will look at everyone who has involvement or could potentially have involvement in the case.
It's a case Enfield Police Chief Alaric Fox says is very active and far from over. 12-year-old Eve Rogers was found dead in her bedroom on March 18th. Now her stepfather, Anthony Federline, is in jail on a $1 million bond. He's been charged with sexual assault and risk of child endangerment. In a newly unsealed search warrant, investigators say there's enough evidence for a murder charge, but don't specify who that charge would be applied to.
The Detective Division personnel have a number of leads and a number of steps that they have to take, a number of further investigative avenues that we wish to explore before we'll be at a point where we can make some final decisions about the case.
Prosecutors say a DNA sample was taken from Federline, which he told investigators was like putting salt in the wound. Federline's DNA matched swabs taken from his stepdaughter, and he was arrested last week. According to police documents, investigators found Rogers naked from the waist down and discovered unusual circumstances with her body, and blood and fluids were running from her nose. The arrest warrant states 2 different pills were found on the floor of her bedroom, and another on her desk was labeled aspirin. A plate of pills and empty pill bottles were also found nearby. Fox says the investigation is looking at a variety of factors through comprehensive warrants. The first search warrant shows evidence has ranged from clothes to electronics to bodily material.
The scope has to be broad because the investigative information has to be broad. So the search warrant is written in a way that's legally compliant, but it's certainly written in a way that is broad enough to allow us to seize evidence that could be relevant to determine what it is that occurred.
Fox says every case is investigated to the same standard, but he says this one, which investigators believe involves graphic crimes against a child, has resonated with officials in a way few others have.
There are certainly a strata of cases that do define themselves, perhaps to a higher degree, because of the nature of a victim, because of the age of a victim, because of the circumstances of a case.
And again, more searches of the home have occurred after Federline's arrest. Those search warrants remain sealed. Federline is due back in court on May 5th. In Enfield, Tim Latow, Fox 61.